Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your Capricorn season reading. Earth energy. Thank you. Capricorn season started today on December 21st and will run through January 19th. Paisley and Sora, don't even start it. It is time to take some risks. The Nine of Cups. It's time to not run away. Oh, the Nine of Cups and the Two of Wands. You are so good at holding it down. Yeah, yes, very good at holding it down. And now you get to either take a break from holding it down or let some other opportunities come up on your plate that require you to step outside of that super comfortable space. Not in a scary way, but in a way that definitely brings about major change. But it's all in the way that you want. Whether this is a trip, whether this is taking some risks in your approach at work, whether it is reinventing yourself. Who you've been served its purpose. Now there's a new version of you emerging, and it's time to explore this version of you who has access to new opportunities, new partnerships, new places, right? New information. So you know, the next month really is about having fun, exploring this new version of you who has a new level of access, a new level of freedom in your life, and taking time to sort through what of this new experience you want to take with you for the long term. And you don't have to get into that serious space just yet. For the most part, this season is really about huge opportunities coming on your plate and you just being able to have a great time and have fun with them. Especially if it involves people that you really, really love, you really, really care about. The Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, romance, family. You get to take this connected life to another level, and it is so needed after all of the Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius season, you still have Mercury in Sagittarius until January 8th. So you, in terms of communication, you still want to be a little careful, as these opportunities to take new risks come up. You want to be aware that there's a tone of jealousy to you right now. Well, either it's jealousy coming from you or jealousy coming from other people. Whichever way this is turning, it happens so quickly that it's like, gosh, I didn't mean to show that. I didn't mean to show how I was really feeling. I didn't mean to, or I didn't realize that this person has such a, that they can't handle me and who I am. I didn't realize, and it all comes to light so quickly from now until January 8th. You really want to be super intentional about what you communicate, how you communicate it. And I know that that's like, okay, yes, I can do that. It's hard because even that may not help with this jealous dynamic that's happening right now. I think the only thing that will honestly help, right, especially if this is somebody you really care about, someone within a work setting, within a relationship, with a relational setting, friendship, whatever type of connection this is, where this jealous situation is coming through, you need to gauge, right? Some people, everybody's valuable to you in different ways. I think that's the way to say it. Everyone's valuable to you in different ways. So before you count this person out, or before you decide to end this relationship, or just take your time to assess, well, how is this person valuable to me? Why would I want to invest any further? What benefit what benefit would I get out of this? Is it just out of the goodness of my heart? Is it financial benefit? Is it information that I really need and this person just has it? Weigh it out, because right now you're not really sure. You're not really sure how much to invest, especially if you're dealing with a Libra. And I can tell you that absolutely this person has a lot to hide. The Nine of Wands, they've got a lot, but they also have keys into financial elements that if you count them out, I'm not going to say that you'll regret it, but you will. It's an opportunity for you to stretch, right? That's really what Capricorn season is for you. It's an opportunity to stretch your beliefs, right? And right now your beliefs can make you, again, while Mercury hangs out in Sagittarius until January 8th, it can really make you run away from good things because they may not be as comfortable or as, yeah, pretty much. Sagittarius energy is not comfortable for you. This is hi Taurus. So yeah, doing that assessment of what is the value of this relationship, and when you get to that answer, you know exactly how to move, because you're not going to move until you feel like you are in a position that does feel comfortable enough to you. And so that might take some time, take some maneuvering. It might take the rest of this Mercury and Sagittarius transit to really find your place in this. And I think that's a part of it. I really do. I think that's a part of this discomfort. It's change. Sagittarian energy is major change. It's big risk. It's quick. It's fast. It's brash. It's hype. And you can handle it, but it's not what you want. It's not the amount of energy that you desire. You want peace. You are peace. So do that assessment, go through this process, and I think that you'll find a way, you'll find your role within this dynamic, within this friendship, business partnership that really works, especially if it is involving money. Right now, you're not sure, but that's because you're just not clear. You need time, and you need this jealous dynamic to subside so conversations can be had, and that will start to move forward when Mercury shifts into Capricorn on January 8th. It will be time. So don't rush still, right? Like Capricorn season for you, yes, it's about business, it's about ambition, but that's you all the time, right? Like even when you're not in like an extremely ambitious space, your energy is just about building steadily, making sure the abundance continues to flow. So Capricorn season for you offers an opportunity to take care of yourself, spoil yourself. The Queen of Cups, the Star, this is you having a good time with your community. It's you pouring into yourself in a way that makes your life feel super abundant. It's you going places and exploring places that feel sweet. It feels sweet. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, this is a great connection to have on your side. This fixed energy keeps you very steady, keeps you clear, keeps you physically grounded. And they also want to pretty much give you everything that you want. Their mind is so quick that what you want has to be in alignment with what is just radically true, but there's a sense of individual purpose and path that this person wants to ensure that you get to go down, get to experience. They want to support that for you. So whether this is a love relationship, a friendship, a business partnership, it looks really, really easy. You know, you really understand this person. You know how to navigate. It feels right. It feels right. Venus is also in Pisces in Aquarius until January 2nd. So your career sector is speaking. Right now, you're able to take up space within your career and feel really validated in your voice, your plans, your strategy, the finances. It might, to some, not seem innovative enough, but your approach is less about flashy. Can you turn the heat off, please? Thank you. Off. Thank you. It's less about creating this new way and more about taking all of the words, the information, the conversations that you're having, and validating everything that you're doing with that information. Really good at that. And that's how you're shining right now. There isn't much to do other than stay plugged in and keep the boundaries strong. When Venus moves into Pisces on January 2nd, it will shift into your 11th house, and it will be time to innovate even more so, kind of take this steady approach that you have and turn it into more of what you want it to be, right? I think as of right now, you've just kind of mastered what's been asked of you, but there's another level of this process professionally that you want to bring to life. And I think it has to do with, first, your own vision. Like, what is your vision? You know? Also want to go back and talk about this new moon in Capricorn in your 9th house. You know, it just feels like things get a little bit more exciting. A lot more exciting, can I say? The new moon in Capricorn, 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. It's, you know, it's like, I don't know if it's possible for you to get bored. Like, honestly, I just think there's so much depth in every experience that you have that it just keeps you super, super, super engaged and just with so much to do, so much to work with, so much to create. It's like the simplest of things that most people overlook. You're able to take it and make it something classy, you know? So this new moon in Capricorn gives you even more to work with. It's like, okay, all of that humble gratitude that you've been pouring into what you've been doing, now I'm gonna spruce things up a little bit. I'm gonna give you, you know, bigger names. I'm gonna give you a little bit more funds to work with here. I'm gonna give you a little bit more space in your day so that you can play around with how you can make this more exciting for yourself, first and foremost, for everybody involved, but like for yourself, right? This 9th house is about like personal reinvention and advancement. And so it is really exciting to feel this new moon, here we are, the moon, come in and give you this fresh start. As long as you don't fear, right? Like, don't take this open space as something to be afraid of because things aren't 100% clear, right? They're not clearly written. Like the ninth house is an opportunity for you to write the book, for you to write the story. Like that's the power of the ninth house, the storyteller. So the space, it might seem uncomfortable because there's such there's so much that's been given to you to say, hey, what do you want? How do you want to do this? Where do you want to go? And I understand being cautious because everyone is seeing this abundance and everyone wants a piece, and it's easy to get pulled into dynamics that aren't the best for you, right? Not every opportunity to expand your life is going in the right direction. So it's fair and it's okay to have that hesitation in some ways, but don't hesitate because you're afraid, right? Let this be honest curiosity and be inquisitive about these connections. You don't have to say yes right away, but this unknown territory that you're walking into is what you've wanted. Even if you clinged for years, for months to what was certain. This unknown territory and new path opening up is a path and direction that you've wanted to go down. But it's funny because with you, how the divine works, and with everyone, but with you especially, right? It's like you can find comfort in what's steady and consistent, so much so that you won't let yourself have what you genuinely desire, because it would involve massive change. And that massive change is here. And it's coming in a way that's pretty sweet, pretty fun, pretty celebratory. I think it feels like too much. And I understand. I understand that feeling. I understand that adjustment. So be easy on yourself as you settle into these bigger wins. Don't be deceived by anyone. Be inquisitive. Don't accept every invitation, but also don't hold yourself back or keep yourself at a level, because it would involve letting new energies into this experience. Yeah. Venus in Pisces coming up back here again. Venus in your 11th house. Everyone wants you to win. And I know right now, when Venus enters Pisces on January 2nd, you have been getting hit by this 8th house energy, and it makes you quite distrusting. But Venus in Pisces helps you break through that. And from that, you feel like you can connect again. You can open up a little bit, right? But also things can be about celebration, whether this is having more celebratory moments within your home dynamic, friendships, relationship, or, work. There are things to celebrate. Let's talk about Mars retrograding into Cancer. Mars will shift back from Leo, your 4th house, and shift back into Cancer, your third house, it has been a time of family and just being cozy and just, you know, soaking in the sweetness of connection, but also not being too out in the world, you know, being home, being nurturing, and enjoying that energy. And now it's time to take a pause and it's time to rework. Like Mars in Cancer for you is, it's a job to do for yourself. Like it's, see it as an opportunity. You know, I feel like this energy can be paired together, but it's like, it feels like, you're pulling me out of this comfort of my home and you're forcing me to have all these conversations and, you know, make all these constant decisions and, you know, be out in the world, go to this place, go to that place. And it's like, I just got so comfortable at home. Why do I have to go back? Why can't I go forward? Why does it seem like there's unfinished business in matters that I thought I completed like months ago at this point? Like, you know, it feels like work. Mars in Leo has just been easy in a lot of ways. Yes, there's always a job to do. Yes, people need you to take care of them, but it felt like your purpose. It felt like, you know, you could really do no wrong. Like your heart was just in the right place. It's just easy, right? And then Mars just back into Cancer in your third house, and it's like, yeah, we got to take a look back over all of this. We've got to reset. I know you thought we were done with this process, but I need to reactivate your mind and fill it with some new information, which means you've got to have these conversations. You've got to get out and about. You've got to see what's going on around you and know that this is only going to fuel you once you shift back into this very homely energy. It's going to inform you. It's also a great opportunity to have conversations with people where maybe you've been too soft to have those conversations. You've been too vulnerable. And now, as Mars shifts back into Cancer, you have the strength in your mind where you can handle all these conversations. You're not drowning in your intuition of how people are feeling, because that's just the fourth house, right? You actually have this enjoyment of information and tough conversations, intense moments. You actually don't mind bringing them. You don't mind being a part of them. You don't mind, you know, sharing information, gathering information. It really becomes about that. And it's all for the benefit of reworking your mental energy, gathering information that you maybe left behind or didn't have enough time, right? This is information that's going to set you up for a long time. This is Cancer energy. This is, hey, I want to make sure you're thinking in the right way. You understand your path, your purpose, your role. Once you get through it, then you can relax. But it's of no benefit of you to just be comfortable and not really fully capturing the role that you're here to play. So you need the information. You need the conversations. You need to get out and about. You need to learn something new. And it's okay to need to go through that. This is going to give you the strength of mind to not feel bad about needing to learn things. Yeah. So take this journey. Enjoy this journey. We talked about Mercury entering Capricorn on January 8th, but let's just happily, you know, enjoy putting this Mercury in Sagittarian energy to rest for you. Here we are. Here's this Mercury in Sagittarius energy, and here's this isolation and jealousy energy, especially if you are dealing with a Sagittarius. There's this jealousy energy between you, whether it's you jealous of them jealous of you, maybe vice versa, whatever it is. This energy, this Sagittarian, or maybe this Scorpio is really not focused on how everyone's feeling right now. It's really about advancement. It's really about breaking away from how things have been. And we know how you are. You like things to be how they have been and to move very steadily, very slowly. This energy has not been about that. It has been about quite painful, honest, isolating truths that propel you. Even if you didn't ask for it, it propels you. And that's what this dynamic has been. There are attachments that have been draining to your soul, and Mercury in Capricorn comes in to wrap that situation up very nicely, package it up, all the growth that whatever people needed to do to get back to, you know, the fact that we're all just here on earth with our families, and we all need to eat, we all need to go to sleep, we all need to pay our bills, we all need to, you know, get gas, drive down the street, we all need to take our kids to school, bring them back, you know, like, it's like, did we really have to go through all of that just to get back to the same simple reality that it doesn't matter how, you know, successful you are, that's always going to be the case. You got to go to the grocery store, you got to, you know. So Mercury in Capricorn is like, you're out of that madness of people trying to grow to get to, like, to get to where they were always gonna be anyway. You know, it's like, it makes no sense to you. It's like, what's the point of all of this? But I think when Mercury enters Capricorn, there's that concept that for you is so simple. I think you start to understand. You understand that the self-worth that you have inherently and that people fight you to tap into is just them not understanding that natural self-worth. It doesn't have to do with you being ambitious and pushing. It has to be with you being grounded and just consistently devoted. It's actually not even about you going crazy above and beyond. It's just about being fully in it. And so I think for a while that information was unavailable to you. You didn't understand that you had something to genuinely teach and help people with, because people were being annoying. It's like, why would I help you? Why would I teach you? Why would I, you know, use my very grounded energy to, you know, make you feel better about your inadequacies? Why would I do that? Right? Like, that feels stupid, right? To help someone who's literally trying to hurt you, or they genuinely are hurting you because they're making you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Why would you do that? Has been the sentiment of Sagittarius season for you, and Mercury in Sagittarius. Now that the Sagittarian energy is out of the way, your abundance is so loud within you and externally, but especially within you, that you just understand. You understand. You are tapped into this generosity. You can feel the yearning for something that you can never give to anybody, but you can do your best to help people get to a state that you know is peace. And that's it. That's it. That's all this energy becomes. Capricorn energy, very opposite of Cancer, is, you know, Cancer is like this nurturing purpose. It's the feeling, it's the care, right? So that care that you give to people is what keeps them going and allows them to continuously find their purpose, because they feel loved enough to keep going in life, right? Capricorn, very opposite, is being able to succeed externally because you are not just working for some long-term goal, but you feel rooted in your legacy. And as an earth sign, a fellow earth sign, is you are Taurus, you have that rootedness in legacy in a different way. Again, yours isn't about reaching that highest mountaintop, which you naturally will, but it's not an ambition to reach the highest It's about pleasure. It's about being connected to every being so that they would see what a pleasurable life really is without you having to say it. Your generosity, your role externally now is to teach people through being an example. That love that you start to feel, and where you may even start to feel bad because you have so much, right? You start to feel bad because you're like, holy shit, I get it, I understand. While this energy was in Sagittarius, I just hated everyone, and I just could not get to this place, and I didn't even know what this place was. I hadn't felt this energy in a while, but when Mercury enters Capricorn, you feel it, you want to give, you want to help, you understand. And you want to do it in a loud way, but not in a way that feels so obvious. Again, it's really through just being an example. It gets really easy to be an example and then attract the energy that you want, because you are displaying this very abundant. So what has been completely destructive and not working in your mind, in your body, in your experience, flips to become an extremely abundant, joyful, financially lucrative experience. Yay, love that for you. On January 13th, we have a full moon in Cancer, and you're gonna go say hi? No? Okay. Go say hi. Go say hi. Let's go say hi. Go say hi. Yay. In your third house, here we go, back with this quick energy. The work is really about keeping up mentally. Make notes, make sure you have a really good system of tracking all the information, because there's a lot of work to do. It's not at that point about being present. Being present will fall through, right? On January 13th and around that time period, you have to have the facts be not just connected, but genuinely prepared for the conversations. You have to be able to keep up. So if you think you're just able to show up and that's gonna, you can't fluff this one. It's really the information, it's really what's genuinely needed, and likely you could be behind on some elements, some things that you might have to say, right? You might have to honestly say where you've dropped the ball. And know that that's not going to ruin any opportunities for you. It's just going to clear the air. Yeah? Because I think that sometimes when you're present, you think that that encompasses everything because you're there, right? But this energy is like a deep, never-ending drive to evolve and be better. And in a lot of ways, it comes from this these moments of feeling like you have a knowing and moments where you feel like you know nothing at all. It's like being in flow with that is what this Cancer full moon is all about. And it's like, it's so changeable. And so don't get attached to a moment where you know nothing at all. It just ends up being one of those moments. And then the energy flows back and you feel completely in flow. This full moon in Cancer wants to teach us all that, because we have such a, you know, this Capricorn energy makes us feel so in control, and then Cancer kind of rips that out from underneath all of us and says, what are you doing? You know, it's like you've got all this kind of confidence and strength, and then Cancer just wants to know how you're feeling. And it's like, oh, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. And then you're in your feelings, and it's like, okay, now we've got to get this job done. It's like, well, what do you want? You have to flow, be in flow with the conversations, with the expectations, with the opportunity, the family, the love, your personal desires. You have to stay in flow with it all. And maybe this full moon is teaching you how to seek the information that you need always and stay in tune with it, but also how to trust when it just, things are not perfect. This full moon wants you to have an agile mind and to keep that for a long time. And if you've forgotten that that will be required of you forever and ever, that's what this full moon wants to help you with. So drop the attachment, but also do your best at the same time. And then it's time to create a lot of boundaries, because it's likely that during Capricorn season, you've let a lot of energies in, you let a lot of things slide, you were maybe nicer than you should have been. All this 9th house energy, Sagittarian energy is like you were too generous, you showed people too much of what you have, and they got way too close. And it was fun for the moment, but now it's not fun anymore. And when the sun enters Aquarius on January 19th, you're setting the boundaries, you're calling it all out, you are moving, and anything that has become an obstacle in this long-term success path gets quickly pushed out of the way, especially if this is dealing with money, especially if this is dealing with your financial potential. It gets pushed very far out of the way, because you have these moments where you're fine, you know, you're consistently building, you're consistently earning, so you're fine. And so that ambitious streak doesn't pull on you too heavy. But when that ambitious streak kicks in, everything changes. Your whole energy changes. And that's what Aquarius season is for you. It is the shifting of your energy. You had the fun, you let loose, you took the trips, and now it's time to reset. You are the top dog in your industry, whatever that industry is. You are calling the shots, you are the decision maker, and you also need to make sure that there's nothing blocking your earning potential. And it's perfect, it's right on time. It's a bit of a transition. It's why was I acting this way? Why was I so lax? Why was I so open? But you needed that. You needed to have a little fun. Fun is messy sometimes. I love you, Taurus. I will see you in Aquarius season, where we'll talk a lot more about your career. In the meantime, you can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description, and the Capricorn season playlist Height is also available through the link in the description. It's out on Apple Music. Talk to you in a month. Bye.